Which card? This card. Whose card? Our card.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Tergrid, God of Fright. A lot of people requested that I revisit Tergrid because it's been years since I have. She's an absolutely terrifying commander because she punishes your opponents for playing the game. And with the addition of 5 more fetch lands in Arena, she punishes them even more, stealing anything that gets discarded and sacrificed while she's in play. And Tergrid is very good. She's got 2 different sides, but we mostly focus on the front side in this deck. Tergrid, God of Fright, is a 4/5 with Menace. When she's on the battlefield, we try to make our opponents discard their cards and sacrifice their permanents so we can then get those cards in play under our control. And in a 1v1 format, that means that we're playing a lot of very strong Edict effects, things like Sheoldred's Edict, which, I mean, honestly, we would probably run anyway, Liliana of the Veil, and some sacrificing and discard effects that are, we'll say, timeless, like Hypnotic Spectre. In this deck, there's always a chance, too, that we get to steal things that our opponent is trying to sacrifice anyway. If our opponent has a sacrifice deck, we take those permanents. If they're playing sagas, they sacrifice on their final chapter, we take those permanents. There are a lot of things that sacrifice themselves, get Rug Monster sacrificing lands. There are lots of things that discard themselves. If you cycle certain cards, we will get them under our control. And Tergrid is just a generally very punishing deck. We're running some other discard synergy in this deck because there's a bit of a focus on discard, like Waste Not, Tiny Bones, and Raven Man, and that's because it works so well with Tergrid and with a general mono-black strategy. So we're going to take Tergrid into the queue, and we're going to be the bad guys. Itali, Primal Conqueror. They ramp, and then they start casting spells for free off their commander. I have a little bit of ramp in my hand, I have a little bit of discard. I've got the Raven Man, and I'm really hoping that I manage to get another land here, because that would allow me to double spell on turn 3. That would be great. So far, though, I don't have one. So I'm going to go for the Raven Man instead. Raven Man is able to make things discard, but also makes birds if players discard. That's sort of a land. It's a land enough. And I can either play the Informant to get a bird, or Mind Stone to hope to get Tergrid out this next turn, since we have 4 mana now. Maybe get 5. Could even play Aclazotz. Aclazotz is so great. Well, they ramp. Oh, hi, Chandra. Gonna kill my Raven Man? Yeah, they're gonna kill my Raven Man. We might go for Rankle here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Rankle. And the reason for this is if they got a land, they would be able to, very unfortunately, play their commander, since Chandra can make 2 mana. Thankfully, we have a little hasty dude here, Rankle. And we can actually set up for some discard now off of Rankle. This is perfect. Okay. Oh my god. It's Tergrid. We're going to attack in with Rankle, and I'm going to be sacrificing Rankle. We're going to go for a discard, no draw, and sacrifice. We're going to discard the Nezumi Informant. They discarded a land, Windswept Heath. And if you're thinking, Amy, you can't use that Windswept Heath. Yes, I can. I have Chromatic Lantern in the deck. So if I get the Chromatic Lantern, I can tap this for mana. Also, if they have any way to bring things back from the graveyard, this hits that. Ooh, Prime Time! That's a premium kind of card. I have 2 things with 4 power, so sadly, Gwenna can't actually get them out for me, but that's okay. They have all the mana in the world. Checking my mana here. Yeah, we're good. We can play both. And since Tergrid has Menace, let's be a menace. They lost 2 life. And Aclazotz attacking in should also be great. Forces a discard, and depending on what gets discarded, we will either get card draw if they can't discard anything, bad if they discard a land, and if they kill Aclazotz using mine or theirs. But how come you get my Sheoldred? I want my Sheoldred. actually tempting to throw the Ecclesots down. I think we go for Gwenna. They'll be able to kill one of these anyway, if they want to. They can't flip this, though. It would come back under my control. Being asked, why isn't this banned in this format, Primeval Titan? So while Titan is an incredibly strong card, it is not as strong in Brawl, but a lot of that is because of just the lands available. A lot of the tech lands, the lands that do things other than tap for mana or like tap for mana for specific creatures or give something to the creature that was cast, they're not in Arena. We have like a couple of them that give haste, but for the most part, it's not as scary. What are you doing with that mana? Yeah, you can't have a Gaia's Cradle. Or a Merit Lage? Oh. Does that work with Prime Time? Take the 6, they get 2 more lands. And if Atali flips over, it can kill me in 1 hit, which is tough. Too bad. Regular rat. What'd you drop? Oh, you got Merit Lage and Thespian Stage. Oh, to do it next turn. Yeah, I want Cabaret Rebels. I can also see if I can get another cheap spell to cast here. For next turn, I do. That's nice. Attack Luca. Let's see what they discard. Yeah. Thank you. What a sweet, sweet present. A Cityscape Leveler. Lovely to have. Absolutely gorgeous. It still triggers on attack. That's quite good. It's good at blocking the Primeval Titan or the Shoulder. Don't try to flip the Shouldered. You don't have black mana right now, but just trust me on this. Zerlon, don't try to flip the Shouldered. It comes back under my control. Cultivate! I might be tossing Tergrid here, recasting her next turn, just because I probably have to defend against this Atali. And I have to block with either Tergrid or Cityscape Leveler, and I don't want them to have this in the graveyard. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw you in the way to prevent some of the damage. Boom, boom. He returns. I get a bunch of poison. 6 of them, in fact. Oh, if only Tergrid could have still been on the battlefield. Wouldn't that have been lovely? Guess we can blast 1. Ecclesots can stay back since there's nothing for them to discard. This does get rid of the Atali, though, which is notable. Because it's based on highest power. I'm gonna bop the Prime Time. Draw a card. We're down to 2. I had some to follow up with. I'm trying to think if I have anything that would just drain them for 2 here. I do, but I can't quite get it out. It would be the 4 mana Shouldered from the... Oh, it's in my graveyard! Hold up. Hey. I guess doing the Rankle also would have worked. They draw a card, they lose 2 life. They lose the game. It works! Niv Mizzet Parun. What does Niv Mizzet do? Well, he's oftentimes trying to dig for a one-card combo with the commander. Whenever they draw a card, they can deal a damage to any target. And that includes me, my face! And if they get the card Curiosity, throw it on their Niv Mizzet, bam, that's a combo. Then I only have one spell that's cost less than 3. It's Narset, we get rid of it. Oh, those are some good spells there. This one gets them treasures if it dies. This one doubles up spells. I'm being asked if WotC sent me any Modern Horizons 3. They didn't. This set, apparently they're not sending ambassadors any product. So, okay. Too bad. So sad. I don't have an immediate discard card in hand, so I'm going to go for Raven Man over Tiny Bones. Deals more damage. Also, if they discard something for their own means, I will get it. Ooh, Palaka Predation. Alright, I'm trying to think if I can line up stealing it. Nah. Alright, so we have this. I'm going to hit the Chandra Hope's Beacon. They can play the Atsushi. That's okay. It's a good card, but I'm fine with them having it. Did I craft the new fetch lands? I did, because I was updating Myco Tyrant and Gitrog with them the last 2 days. One sushi. Tiny Bones, who loves it when they discard. And a Burglar Rat, who makes them discard. Which card? They discard. Discard. Oh, I also think in my little spiel I didn't mention Niv Mizzet also draws the cards whenever somebody casts an instant or sorcery. I don't remember if I said that. Ooh, Rush of Dread. It makes them sacrifice, makes them discard, and makes them lose a lot of life. Hi, Niv Mizzet. I'll play Tergrid, and I will chill. They have 2 cards in hand. If they can kill Atsushi, they can do even more. Let's see. They could kill, like, Raven Man here. Yeah, if I wanted to just go for value that last turn, I would have activated Raven Man, make them discard whatever was left in their hand. You put this in your Riku deck? I mean, if you're specifically mostly an Izzet Spellslinger's deck, great card to have. Mm-hmm. We Soul Shatter him. You gonna hit my little rat? No, they're hitting T-Bones. Wonder if they have another spell to follow up with. I do not get to have it because it's their commander. They put it back in the command zone. And I'm not killing Atsushi here because I don't want them to have the treasures. At least not during a time when they could cast Niv Mizzet. Yeah, this new card, Rush of Dread, is pretty nice for Tergrid. Mari Campus. Oh, they're scrying. One to the bottom. He said a ransacked lab. I am actually going to go for this right now. You want the treasures? You want the draw? What's the deal? All I know is I want an Atsushi. If I make them lose half their life off Rush of Dread, I'll also have lethal swinging in. Oh, actually, they're going to Tail's End Tergrid's Trigger. I still have the ability to deal 8 damage, though. They can cast spells for slightly less. And I'm gonna roll with this. Yeah, that's 5. They have no creatures, so yeah, we just go for 5. Oh, I guess I can play Ironcrag first. Yeah, I'll do that. Rush O Dread. Afterlife, round it up. Didn't get countered, we swing in and finish them off. Sad I didn't get to steal Atsushi, but I tried. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. Golos fetches a land when he enters the battlefield and can pay 5 mana to, well, be a general pain in the butt. He gets to get spells for free. This hand is actually exactly what I'm looking for. They're saying, hey, what you got in the hand? Ramp, ready to ramp. The Brazen Borrower is actually more of an issue for us because if we steal a permanent, they could bounce it back into their hand. And now they don't have anything until turn 3. Since we went first, that's great for us. We're gonna ramp. 1 Mind Stone, please. Asking who paid me to play Tergrid. Chat voted on Tergrid as a commander. Yeah, Golos, though, is, he's rude. He's real rude. But so are we. I have to decide here if I want to play Waste Not to set up for the discard or Elspeth's Nightmare to make them discard. I'm going to play Elspeth's Nightmare here with the expectation of attacking their hand and taking out the only other spell that I can currently see other than the Midnight Clock, which they will probably play right here. Oh, they're just stepping! Bone Crusher Giant steps on me and deals 2. Shocking in Temple Garden so they can play the Midnight Clock. Ding! See what they've got in their hand. Looks like it's all lands and that casualties. They can play Golos next turn. And I am going to set up to steal him. Playing this Tergrid. Thank you to that ramp. No! Tergrid! I don't want that. Ironcrag, always asking. Equipment tonight? Milady. No, I'm good, Craig. Craig, leave me alone. If they play this Golos, I can make them sacrifice it. If I do make them sacrifice it, it's actually not that huge because I don't get to steal it. Which is so sad. I want to steal it so bad. Do I think that's a spell? I don't. I think it's a land. So I'm just going to Sheldred, kill the Golos. Decline. Yeah. 1 more land and all their lands will tap for mana of any color. +3/+3 tonight, Queen? No, Ironcrag. Please don't. If I had 1 more land, going Waste Not into City Stalker Connoisseur would be great. And if they played Golos again this turn, that's going to be my plan. Or just going for the City Stalker Connoisseur. But ideally, I'm landing the Waste Not first. Now I will be the 5-color good stuff. Ooh, give me the goods. Making them discard their highest cost spell. I can just hope it's a permanent, so we steal it. Nice, a land. I believe in the discard. And I'm not going to go for the Waste Not first. Because this can't make them discard lands. Free squirrel! Yeah! Die, Golos! Refunding your mana cost. So look at me, I get a land when I enter the battlefield. I don't care. I'm drawing cards off Toski, who is my squirrel and not yours. Also, this tells me that the most expensive card they had in their hand was a 4-cost card. We got a Hippie. Nice. We got a Waste Not. Nice. Yeah, Golos is kind of the epitome of the 5-color good stuff. Oh, did you just cycle a land? Thank you for that land, Golos. Tergrid really does punish certain games for just playing the cards exactly how they are. GG, Golos. Inada, Dawn, Crowned. Inada discounts your spells if they target things, and yes, that does include things on the stack. So if you're a crime-doing person and you're committing crimes, by which I mean targeting your opponent's stuff, you get a discount. Hinata is also just generally very good with Jeskai spells. I think my favorite spell with Hinata is Crackle with Power. The math gets weird, but it's also really cool. I have a pretty nice hand here. I'm trying to decide if I want to hold this Malakir Rebirth now that I've drawn this other land. I'm going to just hold on to this. Do I want a Dark Ritual into Chromatic Lantern? Yes, yes I do. Turning my temporary ramp into permanent ramp. Castle Lochtwain and Tiny Bones. Yes, I'm aware that I could have held this Dark Ritual to get Tergrid out early. This will also still get Tergrid out a little early, but it, more importantly, is going to set me up to protect myself against what is a deck entirely full of interaction. Putting 2 spells into casting 1 spell, Tergrid's ready for that. They got counter spells out the wazoo. They got kill spells like mad, and we have to be ready to just, get something on the board. And something like Tiny Bones sounds really good to me, because there are a bunch of spells which draw and discard, which Tiny Bones might reward us for. I also am totally willing to pay like 5 life to draw a card. I know me. What you doing with those Tiny Bone trinkets? Leaving them. Yeah, Chromatic Lantern's great with stealing fetch lands. That's why it's in the deck. Also because sometimes you just need to ramp to Tergrid. I've got 4 mana now. Yeah, I'm paying 5 life to draw a card. It should surprise nobody. Woo! Too hot to that! One Ecclesotz, please. Will it resolve? Probably not. By the way, Ecclesotz being a god is super relevant because our, if we get a Cavern of Souls, we name God on it, since our commander is also a god. Alright, they had a Tail's End, so they would have been able to target this Tergrid, counter it. It's exactly what we would expect. This Cabal Stronghold will soon be able to generate excess mana. And that's my goal, is lining up Tergrid to deal some extra damage. Hey there, Hinata. Are you gonna come down anytime soon? You wanna tap out? Probably not. Shattered Skull not being used as removal. Passing the turn. Swinging in with T-Bones. Acquisitions Expert. Again, Tergrid's not going to resolve and stick. We know this. Yes. What sorts of cards are you going to show to me? You can show a permanent now. Oh, Shelter. I wonder if they're playing like a feather kind of version of Hinata. Thank you, Tiny Bones, for the card draw. That was very nice of you. Nice leg. Oh, on Shelter. No pants. So much leg. Hey, there's the Cavern of Souls. Oh my god. It's Tergrid. I could retrieve it, throw it back in my hand, but I can't counter it. It's just a skillful draw. Thank you, if only I had it for Ecclesotz. If only. Tergrid's now in play. We're gonna swing with our little buddies here. Hopefully they don't make any sharks with a cycle. They don't. But you can't live in fear of flying sharks your entire life. I don't actually have any discard spells, so I'm pretty chill with Tiny Bones dying. I'm saving my Malakir Rebirth for Tergrid. Fractured Identity would have stolen my commander. I wish I had one more mana so I could have scammed that, but I didn't. I really don't want them to have a Tergrid. Turning 4 into 4. We're ahead on mana. So far, though, our lands are just hanging out here. I'll probably start using that castle to start drawing if I don't get something else here. Hi, Hinata. Hinata's gonna discount some spells. Play this land. Go for the Edict. We don't get to steal it because they can just redirect it to the command zone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, let's do it like this. There we go. Ooh, Rankle! Rankle could be real fun next turn. Is scamming what we call the fake regeneration? It's the terminology I've picked up for it from, I guess, modern scam decks. In no form of commander would you be able to play both sides of this at the same time, unless you're, like, cloning your commanders somehow. Yeah, we might have a little Rankle Prankle. If they want to play Hinata again, that can block Rankle. Ooh, Plague Crafter. Start with Rankle. Yeah, bro. Only a prank. Yeah, we could choose to play either Tergrid or Tergrid's Lantern, but not both. So this is really funny to me, just like how this is going to turn out. Because we're just gonna, like, steal it and then steal it back. Like, yeah, you stole my Rankle. Alright, right. And I wanted to do this, because you make a discard. Yeah. So we're going to be making both players discard here. It's going to seem weird that I'm doing the sacrifice a creature here, but there's a reason for it. A desperate attempt to do more crime. It was a permanent! Yay! I stole an island. Everything in the name of crime. Heartflame Duelist could gain them some life back if they have some burn. Lantern payoff. It taps for black! Also, Chromatic Lantern is nice in any deck where you're stealing stuff in case there's activated abilities. Mass Manipulation, they know how to play a Hinata. Ugh. I guess they could kill Rankle to keep themselves alive. Maybe play Heartflame Duelist. Yeah, it's a 3-1. May I have a Heartflame Duelist? Thank you. I'll go for the draw here. It was nothing. I could bring them to 1 life, or I could attack Chandra. I would rather attack Chandra.
It's over when I say it's over.
Yeah, it's really hard for 2-sided commanders to get both sides into play at the same time in Commander. It requires doing weird stuff. We go to combat. We attack in. Does it work? Have I done all of the damage to my own life total? Yeah. What of it? And I'll deal even more, too! They don't have anything to sacrifice. That is why we're flipping this over. And don't be like, oh, it's got mana. I don't care. I know what I want. That's all of it. I mean, they could have some big mana burn, but right now we're keeping ahead of that. The triple discard, right? Each opponent discards 3 cards and mills 3 cards. Hi, Ginny Gin Gin. Gimme, 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 gimme. And them discarding will make Rankle bigger. Gimme, 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 gimme. And we win the game. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Let me take their stuff. GG, Hinata. And in Pakal, 1000th Moon. What if 2 very scary Boros commanders that we can match up against? My hand is somehow all ramp. And they go first. This is going to be a weird keep if I do keep it, but I'm just gonna believe that my deck is going to provide to me the cards I need to block this lady and her gnomes. Wow, this is every single mana rock in our deck except for 1. No, 2. We don't have Signet or, almost said Coldstone Creamery, and you know what? Yeah, and, I don't have my Signet or my Coldstone Creamery in here. Hey, hippie. How you doing? Amy's mind is thinking only of ice cream. I think next turn we should go for Ironcrag into Hypnotic Spectre. Is it good at blocking? No, but the chaos of a random discard is one I can't deny. You have to manually tap here or it will mess up our tapping. We could go for extra ramp here to go for like Tergrid and Undersea to Plunder next turn, but I believe in the Hypnotic Spectre. Daxos will gain them lots of life. Skrelv can protect their stuff. Inti will actually get them impulse draws off us making them discard. It's kind of neat. You dropped Idyllic Grange. They didn't play Enem Pakal, though. Ooh, that's a Lightning Helix off the top. They'll probably just cast that. You killing my hippie? Does a Vraska turning a creature into a treasure work with Tergrid? Yes, when I was building the deck, I considered putting that in. Aw, T-Bones! Hi, Tiny Bones. I could go for Tiny Bones and Plunder this turn, or just play the Tergrid. I kind of like Tiny Bones, Plunder, and like Chromatic Lantern. Let's do it. If Inti finds anything fun for them to play next turn. They could even discard 2 if they believe in their Inti. 1 Torch the Tower. Good, that would kill my Tiny Bones. We got a Sheltering Light. Okay. I will lose life, draw card. I'm sad that they had multiple pieces of removal for my hippie. My sweet Hypnotic Spectre. Hi, Enem Pakal! They attack in with 2 non-gnomes, which gets them a counter and a gnome! Also attacking in. Yeah, I found the Cold Steel Heart. Legit, we've seen every single piece of like mana stones except for the Signet. That's so weird. I'm just gonna hold the Sheltering Light. Oops, all mana rocks! Tergrid does have a nice big booty, though, so she can do some blocking. Oh, and Pakal wants to join this mess. What if they'll put an extra counter on her? They're not discarding. Probably a good thing. They gain some life. What if they have like a Witch Stalker's Frenzy? Sheltering Light. I found it in your deck. They're saying nice. Thank you. Oh, I actually probably do need that Blood on the Snow because there's a lot of you. It might make Anna Pakal unblockable here. So we're gonna go to prevent maximum damage. Or... No, I'm gonna go for this instead. That way they'll gain slightly less life from other creatures dying. I won't have enough snow to bring that back Tergrid, but I will have enough snow to bring back either Hippie or Tiny Bones. We destroy all creatures. Let's see if they have a way to make, especially Anna Pakal, indestructible here. Oh, they can actually make 2 of them indestructible. That's pretty good for them. I guess we'll grab the Hypnotic Spectre, though this could just be the death of us. Rankle against tokens does almost nothing. Anna Pakal is going to be swinging in and getting even bigger. They can even use this Bivouac to make Anna Pakal have even more counters on her. This is too many tokens. I can't deal with it. Anna Pakal. I found one board white, but it was too little too late. No languishes bright and early. It's like death is in our future. Oh, well, they didn't make this unblockable, so we're not dead this turn. We're dead next turn. Yeah, they're saying oops, like, oh yeah, I did have lethal. You didn't use it. We'll say good game. We're going to kill ourselves by thought seizing ourselves. Boop. Nice. GG, Adam Pakal. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. Golos, you already know, he's the one who ramps up cast spells for free and does all that stuff. He also doesn't die to go for the throat. A ding-dang throat gophers. I will still keep this hand, though, because the chaos of the Hypnotic Spectre calls to me. I love this card so much. I just want to make it happen. Hopefully I draw a land, because going to bring out this Tiny Bones would be really nice. You run Kerbeck the Spiteful because of things like Teysa and Pakal. Some good counter tech. It kills a lot of the little guys that make things discard, which is too bad. Is this deck a viewer submission? No, this deck was a voted on though. I had, I think, 3 different people in YouTube comments ask me to make a new Tergrid deck. And I put it on a poll today, and it won the poll. It actually tied in a first poll, and then won the secondary poll. Chat decided this. Chat's the one who picked for us to be the villains. Chromatic Lantern. Nice. A Phyrexian Tower. Trying to decide if I believe in my ability to get a land here, or if I just want to go for a Worn Power Stone for a potential double spell next turn. Yeah. Because I might want to go Tiny Bones and Rankle, sacrificing the Rankle to its own ability. And this gives me the most mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and potentially 6 or 7. Here's Golos, probably grabbing the World Tree, since that will allow their mana to tap for even more of all colors, even though, yeah, I know the Lantern's already doing that. Here's the Signet, yeah. And I mentioned before, making Rankle, like, do this thing here, it gets kind of silly. Alright, we're going to tap black, black, colorless, colorless. I have to have full control mode on here. We'll see why soon. I do pay 1 life. I have to sacrifice the Golos, but I end up with 1 extra mana. But I don't have to sacrifice another creature because I don't have another creature. And we play Tiny Bones. And Hypnotic Spectre. Whew, order! Am I right? And we get to draw a card. Yay! Thanks, Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones. Golos could come back out and get another land, refunding that mana cost. But I want Tergrid to steal something at random. I want it so bad. I always want to be doing crime, though. You know that. Golos returns. I don't actively have a way to kill Golos. But I do have a way to, like, make them discard a ton. Off Hypnotic Spectre, off Inscription of Ruin. 2, 3... 4, 5. I'll draw land. Radiant Fountain to gain 2 life. Sure. Gonna play a land. I would love that, Nissa. I wish I could kick this, but I can't. But I'm still gonna steal the 2 cards in their hand. If they're both lands, then, like, Nissa might trigger. Wait, hold up. What was that? Was that a Djinn? Why? Golos? You shouldn't have. You're so sweet. I put a stop here, by the way, in case I got... Oh, perfect. End step removal. And I did, but it's kind of complicated, but it works. I am going to Baleful Mastery this Golos. So we can't activate next turn and cast spells for free. Excellent. Also, their maximum hand size is 0. But they could always, if they have a Reliquary Tower, fetch Reliquary Tower. Surgical Metamorph. You hitting that Ginny Jin Jin? Alright, they'll get to draw, but then they will also have to discard. This is going to get really weird where they're going to end up with a hand that just gets thrown straight into the graveyard. But I think I can make much better use of my turn because I get to hold on to the cards. Yeah, you put everything in the trash. Thank you so much. I get to steal every permanent you discarded. Yes. Oh, Baleful Mastery. I think they realized after how that was going to turn out. Which is to say, in my favor. GG Golos. Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. Makes lots and lots of goblins. Makes goblins based on its power, and gets more power each time it attacks in. Trick Prospector so that I can get this out on turn 2. Very brave. Very into it. I will check their hand for creatures and artifacts. Mostly creatures. And maybe I'll be able to line up a reanimation. Oh, it's actually all power buffing spells. Demonic Ruckus. Ancestral Anger. Monstrous Rage. Probably just be using this Bitter Triumph. Can any of these give haste? No, nothing with haste here. And I'll play the Swarm Saboteur as some polite discouragement from attacking. Also, it lets me attack and get virus beetles. Calm Krenko Pakal. Hey, he came first, and he actually has to attack, unlike Anim Pakal. Yeah, they know I'm a mono black deck, though, so they can make the reasonable assumption that I will have a lot of removal. Kind of what we do. Hi, Krenko! You're gonna turn it into equipment so you can put it on Krenko and make him stronger? No. No, his goblins just sit there. Same with the other Krenko. There's also a third Krenko, I think, but I don't know that one. Ooh, Demonic Ruckus! I thought they would have plotted it. Does this bleed with Plague Crafter? I have no Krenko. They do draw a card off the Ruckus. I'll attack in to get a Virus Beetle. Are we the villain today? Absolutely. I have a Reanimate if I want to bring back Plague Crafter. So Virus Beetle. I'll discard. And I want to do this before they get any more pieces out. Because the Plague Crafter ain't so good once they get goblins. But we were able to respond. They didn't give it haste in any way. Just get ahead of them. Stay ahead. GG. Tasha, Unholy Archmage. She's very good at lowering the power of your creatures, which is tough against 1 toughness. Let's see. We've got a Waste Knot, Rush of Dread, Swarm Saboteur, Malakir Rebirth. I sort of have 3 mana here. And I also have a Hope and a Dream. This is going to be counter spells and kill spells with Tasha and her -6 as our big way to win. Unfortunately, not great ways for me to deal with that, but I'll still do my best. Maybe attack their hand with like a Rush of Dread. But only if I have a Waste Knot on board. Yeah, my goal here is, since I go first, Swarm Saboteur, get some Virus Beetles, attack the hand. Maybe make some birds. Tweet, 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 tweet. Swarming. They've got 2 mana. And they're making me sacrifice my Swarm Saboteur. They'll be able to bring it out of the graveyard with that -2. Would I rather have Bird? Or probably card draw off Waste Knot? Bird. More kill spell, counter spell, or proliferate. Forcing them to kill my guy is kind of rude. If I hit this, then they won't be holding up mana. Also have another board wipe here. Yeah, I'm gonna hit Ichormoon Gauntlet. It's one of those, like, I think that they will win in the long game. But me and my birds, we ain't doing that much. Okay, so they just fire off that poison to cup. It's actually kind of tempting to just throw down Tergrid's lantern here. No, but I'll have the edict. This is a waste not turn. If they play Tasha this next turn, I'll probably just kill her. Looks like they want to hold Whirlwind Denial. Go, Tiny Chicken! I also didn't get a land. I will go for my Mind Stone. Yeah, I think the Lantern can be stronger against control. It's just not really my vibe. You know? You know. Go Chicken Nugget. Go Chicken Nugget. Ooh, I wonder if they got another piece of removal. I mean, Onyx's removal. I ideally want to cast this for 7 mana. I'm going for the Lantern. They tapped under that counterspell. Yes, it is Whirlwind Denial. Hi, Tasha! Are you gonna steal my little guy? No, okay. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. Okay, Whirlwind Denial, Professor Onyx, an Extinction Event, and then a mystery card!
Keep your distance, mortal.
Goody! Alright, since I got this, we are going to go for discard half their hand and lose half their life. If anything, it could even be a boat. Since they discarded 2 non-creature, non-lands, we draw 2 cards. Love that, and I'm just gonna tap Tergrid. It's Lantern. We don't attack in because of the Tasha Plus. They're down to 6 though, so that's pretty great. Hi, Professor Onyx. She can gain them life. Are you gonna make me sacrifice my wee birdie? Or are you gonna lose some life by plussing? No, they're making me lose my 1/1 bird. Only have 6 life left. Be hitting them with the gritty. It's working. Artist drawing us lots of cards. It's not like they have creatures in their deck. So they could minus here if they'd like to, I don't know, steal a boy. A very underwhelming Agadeem's Awakening. Sure. Have a Swarm Saboteur. I know, I'm like trying to decide, like, am I going for this Lily here? Or just do this 2 more times? I'm gonna go for the Lily because she's just so much value on board. Oh, do you have a big counter spell? Smells like it. It's a Pact of Negation. And that's why this is good against control, because it's not casting a spell. Also, I'm totally fine with discarding. Like, oh no, my Feed the Swarm. I have to tap out here. Do you want to get my other creature out of the graveyard? Because I also have this Hive of the Eye Tyrant. In case you forgot.
You achieved what few have. Victory.
Hi, Raven Man.
Of the dead here.
Ooh, so since they have a land here, they can get a bird, but the bird can't block. We have a very on-board lethal, I think. Oh, actually, they can't see the Feed the Swarm, so they just don't know. Shh, fine. Beetle! Nice bird. I eat you. Did I attack? Go get him, Hive. Dissipate. Bird can't block. Bird too scared. And we win! GG, Tasha. Arenicus is playing Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. Draws you cards and untaps your permanents. I've got a wee bit of discard, a wee bitter bit of discard. Cruelty of Gix, and I think I'm gonna mulligan here. Removal. Different kind of removal. Sure, fine. I'm gonna play this as a land, even though it is really fun with Demon's Disciple. You, like, sacrifice it to itself to bring it back. And I will eat your Elvish Mystic. This Kiora is sometimes a Simic Flash deck, sometimes it's just Simic good stuff. That's kind of hard to know until they start playing things. Ooh, yeah, gotta get those fetchy lands off the board now, before Tergrid tries to steal them. Kellen! Kellen makes a little thing. Then play an additional land, and they're bouncing the forest back into hand. Yeah, there's no reason for me to play the Demon's Disciple here, so I won't. Simic is ferocious. Yeah, Kiora's extra good with things like Arid Archway or Lotus Field. That's when it taps for 3, right? Anything that's happened for more than 1 mana is extra spicy. Hi, Kellen! I could either kill the Kellen, or I could play the Sheldred. I'm gonna play the Sheldred. It's Sheldred. If you would care to draw more cards, you may. And she also draws you cards. Kellen's out here thinking about it. They've got 5 mana sitting on the back line. Thinking about getting some more.
Why do I love dragons? Just can't help myself.
And they draw a card, destroying their artifact. What's she doing with that mana?
Nature flows with vigor.
I will lead with this Demon's Disciple. If they have a bounce spell here, they could really goof us up. That'd be really cute. Kind of hoping they do, just to see it happen. Oh no, they have a fight spell! Nice, okay. Forces us to sacrifice our Sheldred. Go for the plunder? Timber Symbiosis. Are you gonna drop a second card or let me have a card? Monkey. I got Coco the Titan Ape. trying to think if I have any humans to discard and enter the battlefield. They hit Lotus Field! Nice. And because they milled an extra turn spell, I will say I am disinclined to kill the Cavalier of Thorns. You're a rat! You're not what I want. But you are kind of what I want. Do you think it's mana drain? Let's find out. Oh, okay. So they'll get to take an extra turn. They can bounce the Kogel back into my hand. But it is my hand. This is my card. I took it out of their library, and now it is mine. Actually, I think they still have a copy of it. Yeah, it makes a duplicate.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Whatever you say, Kiora. He's all here talking about the ocean and whatnot. I'm out here talking about this monkey. They still have 4 mana. Or what they'll get down. Hopefully it's a creature that Kogla can make friends with. Like a Goose Mama! Hi, Goose Mama! I like the Goose Mother. It's a really good just Simic beater. I feel like it's underplayed. I put it in a lot of my Simic decks, and I feel like I don't see many other people playing it.
I love to make a splash.
Uh-oh, that gets lands. Also draws them cards. I like how messed up we got by not attacking first with our Sheoldred. Oh, hi, girl. My kitty's in the room. Yeah, I know it's a horribly sweaty day today, Scraps. Do you want to be a sweaty gamer and play Tergrid with me? Come here. Yeah. Oh, who's a good kitty? This is a good kitty. Scraps, what do you have to say? Are you a good streamer? Are you a fluffy streamer? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're the fluffiest streamer in the world. You're the fluffiest streamer ever! There is ramp around here. So unfortunately, attacking Kiora would kill the Kiora, but wouldn't let me activate the rest of Rankle. It's still fine with me. Make them pay 5 whole mana to get it back out to refund 3 more mana. Wah. That's right, Scraps. Scraps, can you show your little kitty face on camera?
Right into battle. Let's get moving.
Ooh, Vaultborn Tyrant. Even if I kill it, it will come back as an artifact. Also draws them even more cards and gains them life. Oh, good girl. Oh, Scraps. She is flippin' adorable. She also is blocking the screen. Who likes to block the screen? You do, girl. Here, I'm gonna move the camera slightly more in front of her just so you guys can see her more. Here we go. Oh, what's happening? We're taking damage? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, a plant for them to sacrifice. I'm in danger. Okay, what's the biggest, baddest, nastiest thing I can reanimate? Okay, not much there. What's the biggest... I guess Sheoldred. Or Demon's Disciple. That would get rid of one of them, sort of, but not really. Tergrid. Forces me to block with Kogla. Hope they don't have removal. Pet this little kitty. Oh, she's so pretty. Bro, we're gonna lose this game. We're gonna lose this game. Are you ready? Of course you are. Oh, you're so precious. Wow, that Lotus Field taps for so much mana. Tap it for 4. Untap it, tap it again. Yeah, she's so good when she wants these scritchies. Scraps, by the way, does not cuddle. She doesn't want me to give her like this kind of petting either, except for right in front of the computer at just certain times a day. I've never been able to figure out what causes it. Because it's not at like the same time each day. She just loves it. Who's my sheddy baby? Ooh, that's a lot of mana. Time for finale. Oh no, they're stealing! Good job. Sorry I didn't actually play Tergrid this game. More extra turns, sounds right. Simic, good stuff. It's good. Kinnan, Bonder, Prodigy. Makes your mana rocks and mana dorks tap for extra mana. I guess I should be happy I have a Languish. They're probably going to be playing like a turn 1 Llanowar Elf and a turn 2 Signet and a turn 3 Kinnan into like 8 million mana because that's what Kinnan does. He's one of the rampiest ramp decks that increases the mana and then has this payoff of just getting a non-human creature into play. You know how it is. Hello, Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. He was the scourge of 2021 and 2022. It is the ramp deck. It certainly is one of them. One of the rampiest ramp decks that ever ramped. Mm-hmm. My god, it's an elvish mystic. I will kill it. Okay, it's gone. Turn 2. I'm gonna do it again. Ramble Familiar! Aw, look at that. Plague Crafter. Going toe-to-toe by using removal. Also, because they're in Simic colors, they can run a couple spot counter spells and everything like that to hold open while they ramp. Okay, and now it's just Kinnan and like... I always bolt the bird. And by bolt the bird, we meant to say always languish the boy and the bird. Kill the Kenny. Kill the Kenny. Boy, destroyed. I could just play him again. Intruder alarm. They probably are hoping to go, you know, a little infinite with that. That's fine. I will play Cold Steel Heart and hold up Liliana's Triumph. I don't think that doing Inscription of Ruin would have been bad there either. Just getting 2 of the 3 cards in their hand. But I like the Cold Steel since it gets me to Tergrid next turn. Until they give everything haste or the ability to all be tapped right away, though, this is less scary. Hi, Kinnan! Hi, Kinnan. Isn't it weird having more mana than the Kinnan deck? It is weird, right? Yeah, I don't have anything good to Dark Ritual into on this turn. Next turn, though? Oh, yeah. I got some good stuff to Dark Ritual into. Rush of Dread, the new OTJ spell that can do it all. Oh, hi, Vorinclex! Vorinclex. He is a Pokemon. Okay, how much does it cost for all modes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mana! All modes! You! Wait, do I not? Oh, I have 7. Fine, you can keep your life. Lame. I'm holding up a Malakir Rebirth and protecting my commander. Give me your mana. If they drop these lands, they'll come and untap for me, and then I can play the Inscription of Ruin and make them discard everything else. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Also, I'm gonna get all of the forest set of my deck. Oof, for Amy? For me? Thank you, Kinnan. It was really nice of you. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you didn't enjoy it because this deck is mean. And you know what? There's no Rule 0 in Brawl, which means that, unfortunately, nobody's here to stop you from being a big meanie pants with cards like Tergrid, God of Fright. I will say that this deck does mostly match up against very strong, also kind of unfair decks, so it's in the right place. If you want to have a deck that matches up against all of the rudest decks out there, Tergrid's around, and you can play her. If you're looking for my deck, it is in the description of the video, and if you are looking to suggest a commander for me to brew, as this one was a suggestion, then you can leave it in a comment. Say, hey Amy, I want to see you revisit whatever card using all the new cards from Thunder Junction Alchemy, and soon, Modern Horizons 3. Yes, Modern Horizons 3 is going to be coming to Arena, and I am not that happy about it because there's a new 1-mana counterspell that can counter any commander, and it makes me kind of disgruntled. I don't want to see it. However, we're getting new cards, and that does include some really fun new commander cards. I actually already saw one that I'm interested in brewing called the Necro Bloom. It's got landfall stuff, kind of like a Field of the Dead on a stick. And since Field of the Dead is actually banned in this format, I will play this Necro Bloom instead to fill that void in my heart. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.